lads and lasses. For fuck's sake. We are out of the Europa League. It's the end of the game. The final whistle has gone. Sevilla has just dumped out Manchester United from the cup. It's absolutely atrocious, to be honest. I'm very disappointed. Sevilla are a good team. We always knew this was going to be a difficult game of football. But are you telling me we couldn't have done more in that second half? Are you telling me we couldn't have taken more of our chances in that game? It's an absolute atrocity, my friends, that United were unable to do more in that second half, especially. We had so much, we had them hemmed in at times. Just could not create or finish off the chances that we created. We had Sevilla, very, very stern opposition. They defended really well. They were super organised. But United, just another day at the office where if we'd have taken our chances, we would have gone on to win that game, you know. Rashford's had a stinker today, to be fair. Tony should have done better with some of his opportunities. Greenwood has had a bunch of shots saved. We haven't capitalised on the chances that we created today, folks. And it's absolutely freaking gastastic, man. What is this Norwegian freaking melt doing today in this second half, you know? I'm sorry, I love Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I really do. But what did he do in that second half with the whole substitute scenario? I never understand that. I will never understand it. Brandon Williams is coughing up a bloody lung. It looks like something out of bloody Wishmaster or something. He's literally coughed up a lung. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's like, yeah, leaving him on the pitch there. Really didn't understand that. He looked so fatigued so early on in that game. All Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has to do is replace him with Timothy Fosu-Mensah earlier on in that game. And I think that second goal, actually, I'm going to say this right now. This is a bold statement, lads and lasses, but I'm going to say it right now. I think that second goal was directly conceded because of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's lack of movement in the substitutions. Brandon's at fault for the ball coming in there. Victor Lindelof has an absolute stinker. Maybe De Gea should do better too. But ultimately, the fault has to lie, in my opinion, with the man that they call Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Not making the substitution, folks. Very disappointing way to fall out of the cup. We've been beaten by Sevilla here, a team that, in my opinion, United should be beaten. We should be beating them with the class we've got out on the pitch there. We have an £80 million centre-back. We have multi-million pound teams out there, guys. Players completing this team. A ridiculous amount of talent out there on the pitch. And I'm not saying Sevilla are not a good team. They are a good teim. But ultimately, it's a disappointment from us. Ultimately, we have been shit in this game. And basically, we've gone over to Germany there. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's just decided to just sort of take a little runny poo on the pitch. Because we've shit the bed there, guys. It's that much of a disappointment, you know. We had it in our hands there. We needed to take our chances. He needed to have more of an impact on that second half. He needed to be bolder, much more bold with his substitutions. Much more bold with his players that he's selected, man. You know, like he showed himself to be a little bit, you know, a little bit amateurish, guys. A little bit amateurish in this game, I think. I mean, how hot is it in Germany? Do you know what I mean? It's not like they're playing in bloody Mystery Alaska right now. They're playing in bloody Germany. It's summer. It's hot here in England. It must be hot in Germany too. You can see Brandon puffing away. You can see a bunch of the other players. Where the hell was bloody Nemanja Matic, folks? That's what's really pissed me off. Where the hell is the manager? You got the Serbian Terminator taking names in the centre of the park for the last few weeks. Come on for Fred, looked infinitely better than Fred every single time he's played. And he's nowhere near the side today, not even as a substitute. I find that ridiculous to fathom. I can't fathom that. What's happened with Nemanja Matic? Has he lost a leg? It doesn't look like it. Well, then there's no bloody good reason for not selecting the guy from the start. It's easy to say it in hindsight. Fred did do okay today at times. He won a bunch of stuff. But where was Nemanja Matic? Should have been starting in this game as well. And you know what as well I think we have to address? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, once again, doing the dirty on Sergio Romero, man. Sergio Romero should have played today. I said it at the start of the game. I'll say it again now. It's his cup keeper. He should have stuck with his cup keeper. I'm not saying that David's made too much of a calamitous error today, but still, he could have done better. He could have done better, especially for that first one. And ultimately, he's made the wrong selections. He's made the wrong selections. Should have played Matic in the centre. Calm influence. Fred was too erratic. Should have played Sergio Romero as well, in my opinion. Not that that's going to make all the massive difference in the world, because we didn't finish off our chances, guys. We didn't finish off our chances. We didn't have the finesse that they did on the counter either. I mean, when you think about how destructive Sevilla were on the counter, every time they got it in that second half, and they got it into our half, it was dangerous. Now, we can't say the same thing, and we dominated that second half of football. Let's be honest, let's not lie. We actually played much better football in that second half than Sevilla, I think. I think we cut them open numerous times. We had great key chances. They defended brilliantly, and they countered brilliantly. And when they did counter, they made it count. And that's what you have to do at this level, you know. We got a super chat here from Alex who says, this was like watching a game of scripted FIFA. I mean, that's it. You know, sometimes when you think you've got the job done on FIFA and you don't bloody take your players off, you know what I mean? And then you think, oh, crikey, I should have actually taken him off because now he's knackered. That's what you should have done. We've taken the lads to the bloody knackers yard today when we didn't have to. Should have put in a bit of rejuvenation in the team earlier on. That's all we had to do. All we had to do is make some subs earlier on, really, and we'd have injected more energy into the side. I will never, ever, for the life of me, understand wait until the 87th minute to make any substitutions. I'm sorry. It makes no sense. We can actually make 5 substitutions in this match. Why not bloody use them early? Why wait until the last dying embers of the game when we are down and out to try and influence and change that second half? It's bullshit. It's bullshit coaching, that, guys. Sorry. Hate to say it, but it's bullshit coaching. Ryan Berberspin 9, thank you very much for your super chat. He says, proud of my team and manager. A long, weird season, but at least we got UCL football. Glory, glory, Man United. Hey, let's not get away from the fact, bro, that it is a good season. That Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has surpassed expectations in my eyes. We might have not finished the season with a trophy, which is a bit of disappointment, but we have still finished in the top 3. We are 3rd in the league. We've progressed as a club. We have Champions League football. The players, the team, it's better. We played some nice football this season. We've got players who have improved massively. Greenwood's come in. Williams has come in. The youth's come in. Brandon Williams. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. You know, some great talents. Not today, but some great talents that have come through this season. We've built and progressed and actually made this team a lot better this season under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I fully believe that, guys. And I don't want to criticise him because he's my manager. He's a legend of this football club. I loved him as a player. I just love his face. I love him as a guy. But he got it wrong tonight, and I'll be first to admit that. I think he got the selection slightly wrong. Maybe it's easy to say in hindsight. If Fred buries that goal in the first half, that chance that he had when he was through one-on-one, if he buries that chance, then we talk about it differently. But he didn't. And I think he also got it wrong with his management in the game. His substitutions were weak, his substitutions were poor, and they just had no impact, and they were all too little too late, my friends. A very bitter and disappointing exit from the Europa League semi-final, guys. Out to Sevilla. Out to, let's be honest now, a good side, but they're not a great side. We United, I think it's fair to say, we are still a little bit away. I don't think we've got the depth. I think we need better players to call on. But to be honest with you guys, you know, it doesn't matter what players you've got to call on if you don't bloody call on them until 2 minutes before the end of the game. It doesn't matter how good your players are if you don't bloody call on them until then. Bloody hell, and we don't have the Poxy final to play in as well. Oh, I was relying on that. I wanted to watch the bloody final. And now we've got to wait to the freaking 12th of September for any more Manchester United games. It's shit. It's shit is what it is. It's a disappointment, guys. Steve Johnson with a super chat says, at least Klopp lost finals. Sorry, he's had to say it. Yeah, well, you know, Klopp's an absolute melter, to be fair. At least Fraudiola had a melt as well yesterday. But even so, man, we were the last English team left in Europe. I wanted us to go to that final. Shout out Franklin UEFO for subscribing there, my friend. Hey, look, hit that subscribe button, guys. If you're tuning in right now, subscribe to the channel. Get your thoughts and opinions in and what we're talking about in the live chat. I'll try and read out as many as we can. Smash that thumbs up button, everyone. I'm going to do my post-match reaction now, right now, because I cannot be asked to start and set up another bloody video and do a separate video. So I'm going to just talk about it right now. We're going to do the post reaction. Basically, my reaction, my conclusion to this game is United had the chances. We had every opportunity to seal the game. We couldn't find that cutting edge once again in the final third. We actually played nice football. So did Sevilla. It was end to end, end to end to end to end. A really great game. A really good game of football. Like from a neutral point of view, if you were a neutral watching that, that's a great game of football, you know. But for a United fan, it was no bloody good because we couldn't capitalise on our chances that we created. And we also just mismanaged the game. Very bitterly disappointing. Get your thoughts in. Bat Taz comments, Rashford must go. He thinks Rashford must go. Are you taking the piss now, Bat Taz? He's had one bad game here today and a couple of dodgy ones recently, let's be honest now. How many goals did he score earlier on in the season? The man has pure potential for days. Now, he might not be producing it right now on the pitch, but form is one of those things that comes and goes. And I think Rashford has a huge future ahead of him. But he was shit today. Let's not forget he was shit today. Like, if he'd have said, yeah, my name's freaking Park the Bus Gashford, I'd have believed him. Hello, my name's Park the Bus Gashford. I'd have said, oh, are you right, Gashy? Because he was that gash out there today. Jarvis Cocker comments, I don't blame Williams. The kid did his best, but he had no help from Rashford, who had a terrible game. I called it a hard time. Hey, Jarvis Cocker, you're spot on there, mate. I do not blame Brandon Williams for anything in this game. I think he's actually performed pretty well, considering he was left there in no man's land by Marcus Rashford every single bloody time on the left-hand side for United. And I also think, considering he should have been taken off the pitch and on 67 minutes, 70 minutes, somewhere around then, because he was clearly tired. I mean, you could see he was trying and he was still working and running his whole time. But his sprint turned into a jog come the end of that game before Fosu Mensah came on for him. Very disappointing from the management not to see that earlier on, because I saw it. If you go back and watch my watch along, I saw it. I said it about 70 minutes before we conceded, before he was done for that half a yard where that ball came in. I said he's got to come off the pitch. He's looking visibly knackered out there. Did we take him off the pitch? No, we didn't. So great comment there, Jarvis Cocker. I do not blame Brandon Williams at all. I think he's done okay today, considering, like you say, he didn't really have any help from the player in front of him, Marcus Rashford. If you actually look over on the other side, Aaron Wan-Bissaka's had a nightmare game today, I think. I'm usually full of praise for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the spider. I love him. And he's made a couple of nice tackles today, like you'd expect him to. But he wasn't. He was all over the place today, guys. How many times did he get done? Down the left for Sevilla. Sevilla down that left-hand side. So much joy. So much time and time again. They've done him just as much as they've done Brandon on the other side. Definitely. And I think the overlapping, the great wing play that Sevilla showed was a little bit too much for us to deal with today. And, we bang on about having Aaron Wan-Bissaka, one of the greatest left-backs, but the rest of the team has to know their roles. The rest of the team has to cover properly. You could see for that second goal, right, Bruno Fernandes was absolutely livid. He was pissed to fook off over Victor Lindelof and his positioning and the way he's helped to concede that goal. Bruno Fernandes is bloody livid. And Victor's like giving it the excuses like, oh, shut up, man, just let me do me. No, Victor, you're letting the side down. It's disappointment, man. And I think that unless the whole backline is working as a well-oiled unit who knows everything, and I think maybe we got it wrong in training this week as well. Because when you see those overlaps, when you see the joy that Sevilla had time and time again with that overlap, they play it to the byline, somebody goes central again, they whip it back in. They did that a lot today. They did it to Brandon, they did it to Aaron Wan-Bissaka a lot today. Just not good enough, guys. Not good enough from our goalkeeper either. David De Gea, I think you could say, look, the first one, he could have done better. It was a good finish, but the first one he should have done better. And the second one he could have even done better on. But I do think Victor Lindelof was more at fault. Brandon Williams was at fault as well. And Victor Lindelof is pissing me off here. He's pissing me off. They're showing me the freaking replays of Victor bloody Dwindelof, a.k.a. bloody Dictor Vindelof, bloody Vindelof, Victor Dictor Vindelof. That's right, because he's bloody shit. Cut out the middleman and throw it down the toilet, my friends. That's what he is, Victor bloody Vindelof. Because he's too bloody spicy out there. He's giving it to Bruno Fernandes here. Giving it to Bruno Fernandes like he's bloody Paolo Maldini or something. Shut up, Victor! You've just conceded the second goal of the game, mate. Like, that pisses me off, that attitude. Let your bloody captain, or who should be your captain, give you your bloody telling off like a man, Victor, okay? You're piss poor. Well, hello there. How you doing? Well, hello there. Comments. Lindelof and Maguire, the new Smalling and Jones. Dude, new Smalling and Jones, mate. I think I'd take Small Dong and No Bones Jones at the moment over those two melts. I don't know. I'm disappointed, man. Every game. We conceded a bit recently. I mean, actually, if you look at the goals conceded this year, 2020, we're doing well. But today, no good. 2 goals conceded, ripped open numerous times. Not good enough. Hey, shout out to a new member of the channel, Rattler Gamer. Rattler Gamer getting in here and subscribing as a member. Thank you for that, Rattler. Really appreciate you getting in here. I mean, where do we begin, guys? Just we're out. Disappointing. What do you guys think? Let me know. I'm going to get into your your comment section now, but firstly, I'm just going to reel off my ratings for the game, right? Okay, these are my honest player ratings. This is how I see it. You guys probably will not agree with me. It's just how I see it. Bear in mind, I'm doing the live stream, the watch along, reading out comments while I'm doing it. I'm not analysing every single player for 90 minutes player cam, okay? Before you get onto it. But this is how I called it today, guys. David De Gea in goal. What did he really do? I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. You know, he could have done better with both their goals, and he ultimately didn't really even have any key great saves to make, but the key saves he did have to make, he didn't make. So to me, he gets a 4 out of 10. The left back, Brandon Williams, you know, he's been done time and time again, to be honest with you. He made a couple of really crucial great tackles. It's a 5 out of 10 from me. Slabby Maguire, Victor Lindelof, you know, these guys are at fault for some of these goals, I have to say. Victor Lindelof, the second, he's got to get a 4 out of 10 for me. Slabby Maguire, I think he was a lot better, actually. He's good on the ball. People probably disagree with me. I'd give him a 6 out of 10. I think he's actually been good on the ball. He's headed everything away. He's done all right. Victor's the one that's really at fault today. We've seen it time and time again. It's just not good enough, not up to the standard of being a United player, I don't think. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the spider over there. Well, I tell you what, he may be a spider, but I think somebody's pulled off a couple of his legs before the game today because he looked tired towards the end of it. He didn't look quite up to it. He didn't have a good day at the office either. I'm giving him a 4, guys. I'm giving Aaron Wan-Bissaka a 4. In the middle of the park, Fred then, he's won a few things, he's lost the ball a few times, he's caused a few issues, he's created a few issues for the opposition. Bang average overall, I'm giving him a 5. Next to him, Paul Pogba. I actually think Paul Pogba's influenced the game pretty well today. I think he's taken the game by the scruff of the neck at times and created something out of nothing. Was it a majestic performance? No. But was he one of the worst players on the pitch? Absolutely not. He was decent. So I'm going to give him a 6. In front of him, Bruno Fernandes. Without him, we really don't create the chances that we created in this game. Without him, it would have been even more freaking embarrassing, guys. He pulled the strings. He was creative. He was a good player out there for us. He kept his cool in front of goal. He scored. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. He's going to get my man of the match, actually. Maybe not. Let's talk about it. Greenwood was on the right, and you have to remember, Mason Greenwood at 18 years of age, I thought he's probably put in one of the best performances of a player out there tonight for United also. It doesn't matter about how old he is, just the fact that he's so keen to take defenders on. He's got the quality to do it. He's comfortable on either foot. He had many shots on goal tonight. They were all at the keeper, but he's tried to create something. He's trying to make something happen against a very stern and a very organised and a very good Sevilla defence. Mason Greenwood impressed all throughout the game today. So for me, he gets an 8 out of 10 as well. Actually, yeah, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. It might seem high in a game that United lost 2-1 there, but he really impressed me today. He does every single time he plays, to be fair. He looks like the most experienced player we've got out there, or one of them. Not the least experienced player, which is what he is. He looks like one of the most experienced. So I think Greenwood's a candidate for man of the match for United, if you want to give one. Rashford on the other side, a.k.a. Marcus Trashford, a.k.a. Park de Bus Gashford, a.k.a. freaking Smashford, a.k.a. bloody been on the Lashford, a.k.a. freaking absolute bloody Mashford. Do you know what I mean? Like, not good from Marcus Rashford today. You know, really terrible, in fact. Everything he touched turned to shite. Like, he was one-on-one through clean in the first half, had a great opportunity to make it a goal, and just absolutely blundered and gave the ball away with a stupid touch. There was times today when he played decent stuff, but most of it was disappointing. Most of it didn't have an end product. Most of it was headless chicken worthy. I wasn't sure if it was Rashi or Dan James at times, because he didn't have a final product, he didn't have the confidence to take players on like he usually does to the same degree, and he was just poor today. You know, I've not seen Marcus Rashford go back inside with the football and play it backwards as many times as I did today. He usually has a bit of swagger about him, and he's confident that he's going to take the right back of the opposition team on. But not today, guys. He wasn't good at that today. So there's my player ratings, folks. Oh, hang on, Marcus Rashford. I didn't give the other rating. He's gonna get my worst player of the game, to be perfectly honest. I'm gonna give him a 2 out of 10. I thought he did nothing to really help the side today. Very disappointing from Rashford. Now up top there, Martial, he did do some nice things. He did create a bunch of things, actually. That scoop turn pass for the penalty shout that we had that won the penalty, for that bit of play leading up to that penalty shout. That was an unbelievable bit of talent there by Martial. His vision was on form. His runs were jinking. His runs were dangerous. He always created. He's got to get a 6 out of 10 tonight for me. He was one of the better performers, I thought. So there you go. There's my player ratings, folks. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you to everybody, that's getting in here in the comments. I can see there's a whole bunch of comments coming through. I want to read this comment out from Tristan Newkirk. Thank you, Tristan, for commenting and getting in here. He says, Rashford lacks confidence right now. Mate, he lacks confidence. He lacks cojones. He lacks bottle. I don't know what it is that he's lacking right now, but whatever it is, he needs to get it back. I mean, this is the same player. You have to remember that before he got that injury, for the first half of this season, he was easily our player of the season, Marcus Rashford. So let's not forget that he has had an incredible run in the side. It's just that he had that injury, and since then he's not really been able to recapture that form that he showed earlier on in the season. But he's still got a massive future ahead of him. People are writing him off. I'm just saying he's in a bad bit of form. He needs to go away, come back to the drawing board, come back fresh next season, which is what we're going to have to do now. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Rashford's finished, Rashford's done, sell Rashford. No. People are saying that in the live chat. I can see them, but I don't share that view at all. I think he's got a tremendous future. He's still young. But yeah, today was a stinker. Today was a stinker from Marcus. He's got to put that one behind him. Collins and Nyako comments, Trashford. I think that's a fair name to lay down there. Enter the Darkness thinks Martial was a 7 rating. Fair play. Cool One says Martial 6 for not being clinical. That's why I've given him a slightly lower rating as well, because the clinicality into it, there's a couple of times he's been headless chicken of himself and given it to the opposition needlessly. Hayden Alessandro with a super chat as well says, United have gone 3 consecutive seasons without a trophy for the first time in 31 years. Ooh, don't tell me that, Hayden Alessandro. That is horrible. Eddie O2 comments, I wouldn't question his balls, Pigo, but Rashford defo has a juvenile mentality sometimes to dribble when he should pass. Decision-making, isn't it, Eddie? I agree with you, mate. His decision-making is just not good. If you look at somebody like Mason Greenwood's decision-making, like his decision-making it's naturally better. You can see that. He's thinking really quick in the moment. Rashford, on the other hand, he seems to get caught in two minds a lot. He seems to dawdle a little bit too much. He did that a lot today. I agree with you, Eddie. He needs to work. He is young, though. That's the thing. I suppose we're kind of expecting some of these guys to be a bit more mature in their years in terms of being a gamer, being a player, than they actually are, because he is still a young lad, remember. I guess we might be asking a bit too much from him. But he is the player that's selected out there in Manchester United starting 11. Any player that gets into United starting 11 has to play a lot better than he did tonight. And I agree with you, Eddie. His decision-making was poor, and he needs to improve. Thank you very much for that, my friend. We've also got a super chat from Cool17100. He says, Ollie, 3, no tactics, late subs, no passion. Let's just get into it then, my friend. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he has to take this on the chin. He's got this wrong tonight. This is a lot down to him as well, guys, The selection probably wrong. Should have played Romero, should have played Matic. It's easy to say that. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. We didn't. Forget that. Fair enough. He selected the team. You still should go on and win the game, though. And when you're in the position we are in the latter part of the game, with tired legs on the pitch and a full roster on the bench to choose from, why the bloody hell is he not making those substitutions earlier on and making the changes and adding that energy into that United side, which desperately needs to try and close the gap on Sevilla? I don't get that, guys. I'll never understand it. So to me, look, Solskjaer's season overall, what he's done for United this season, I give him an 8 out of 10. Because I think, it would have been perfect, a 10 out of 10 if he'd got the Europa League trophy for us. As things stand, we finished third, about as good as we could ever hope for in the league this season. We were never going to close the gap and take over City or Liverpool right now. So he's finished third. That's the best he could have done. To me, he gets an 8. But today, his management of the team, I'm going to give him a 2 out of 10, guys. Probably one of the lowest, because I just think he could have impacted that game a lot better. Rattler Gamer says, boards need to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer all the money, get him the players we need to make this team better. You spot on there, Rattler Gamer, and thank you for joining and becoming a member as well today, mate. But yes, I can't agree more with you. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done brilliant with this side. You can't expect him to turn water into wine every single time, which is what he's done really this season. Because look at the squad at the start of the season. I predicted at the start of the season, I'm a vehement United fan and supporter, right? And I predicted, realistically, United are going to finish 5th this year. If you looked at our squad, we didn't get Bruno in the summer. We didn't necessarily get the creative spark that we needed, the top quality centre-back that we needed. We did get Maguire, didn't work out. I predicted we were going to finish 5th, and we finished 3rd. So he's exceeded my expectations. He's got us to 2 semis, was it 3 semis actually with the League Cup, but we've lost them all ultimately. It's not good, it's not good. Don't get me wrong, it would have been lovely to get the silverware. Say what you want, Arsenal, they're shit this season. They finished 8th. But they've got a trophy this season, the FA Cup. That's pretty sweet. They don't have Champions League football though. So what would you rather, guys? We all know the answer to that, don't we? We'd rather Champions League football. We'd rather be in the Champions League next season. And maybe Arsenal or Tottenham or some of the other clubs like that wouldn't have that mentality. Maybe they'd rather the FA Cup. You know why? Because they're not realistically ever going to challenge for the title in recent times because they're gash. But United, though, we have higher expectations than those Mickey Mouse clubs. So, of course, we expect more from the team. And I get that. But there's going to be a load of people getting on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out tonight. And I can't stand to hear it, folks. I can't stand to hear it because he definitely doesn't deserve to go. He definitely deserves to stay at the football club. He definitely deserves pride of place in this United side at the moment to be celebrated. He has progressed this team. Alex Ferguson, the god amongst men himself, the greatest manager to ever walk the earth and manage in this game that we call football, was not completely infallible. This guy made mistakes as well. This guy lost big games too. This guy made the wrong substitutions too at the wrong times. It happens to the very best. It's about learning. It's about adapting. It's about improving and progressing. And I think he's done that, Solskjaer. He's been learning on the job. This is a Cardiff City manager, the ex-Cardiff City manager we're talking about, the ex-Molde manager. He's not an experienced seasoned manager. He's not Pep Fraudiola. He's a green manager. He's new to the scene. He's an ex-United legend as a player, but that doesn't make him a great manager. All things considered, he's shown great management abilities over this season. He hasn't shown perfect managerial abilities because nobody is perfect, and certainly not somebody with his lack of experience in the job. He's learnt on the job to a degree this season, and he's done a damn good job doing it, if you ask me. So am I Ole in? Am I Ole out? It's a stupid question. I'm Ole in all the way. I freaking love this guy. And this was a bonus for us this season, guys. The Europa League was a bonus for us. Never forget, we've gone out to Sevilla. It's a gash game, gash result. I'm gutted. Gutted not to have the trophy. Gutted not to have the final to play for. But happy with how the season went in the league, really. We couldn't have asked for any more than that. Right then, I'm going to get into your comment section, folks. Thank you to every single one of you who's tuning into this live stream tonight. Massive love, massive shout out to you all for tuning by. Shame it wasn't the ending we wanted for United. But hit that thumbs up button, lads and lasses. Please do smash a like on it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the game for the last sort of 5 minutes or so of this live stream, and we will get all into it. But subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Hit that bell icon to be notified when we go live on the channel. It's been great having a bunch of new guys in here tonight and all the usual legends as well. So hit that like button, show your support for the channel. It will help us out massively if you do. And thank you for watching. Robert Bell comments, Manchester United was shit today. Ole Gunnar was shit today. Whole damn. Okay, fair enough. Not a fan of it today, mate. Chevalier Noir comments, to be fair, United missed Shaw. We have missed Luke Shaw since he's been out, actually. Even though Brandon's done a good job in most games, we did lose Shaw. But even more so than missing Shaw, I think we just missed Marcus Rashford. And what I mean by that is if we'd have had a Marcus Rashford turn up that's half as good as what he can do, I think we'd have done a lot better today. Especially down that left-hand side. Brandon Williams was left exposed a lot by Rashi, and Rashford just didn't offer us anything down that left-hand side. Jarvis Cocker says, Solskjaer did well. We had 20 shots, 7 on goal. He can't go on the pitch and score himself. Martial, Rashford and Mason let us down in front of goal. Games like this almost always give us the win. Hey, Jarvis, great point, mate, and you're absolutely right. Like I said, I've not really criticised the style of play at all that Manchester United have gone about today. I haven't done that at all. I've said that we've been disappointed because we've not taken our chances, and Ole should have influenced the game earlier on by making impactful substitutions rather than petering that out and not doing anything towards the end of the game. So I agree with you, Jarvis. You don't need possession to win the game. You need chances to win the game. We had our chances to win the game. We had enough chances today to win the game, and we didn't. So you're right. He can't go on there and score the goals. If he was on the pitch, he'd have probably banged one of those in because he's only going to Solskjaer. You know what I mean? Enter the Darkness says, United had so many chances tonight. Tonight's defeat was a mental one, not because of talent, although I will say Lindelof needs to go. Get a new centre-back, DM, CEM, and striker this summer. Hey, man, I agree with you on Victor Lindelof. He's pretty bang average. I think he's shown that again today. He was at fault for that second goal in the same manner which he's been at fault for a lot of goals this season under United. aerial battles. He's weak in the air, Victor Lindelof. He doesn't read it well, he doesn't jump well, he doesn't challenge well. He's not physical in those terms as well as a lot of the other players. And it's highlighted again today. I agree with you. Like, he's an okay squad player. I'd have him around the place. But to be relying on in big games like this, absolutely not. He's made another error today. Victor dwindle off. He could dwindle off out of my football club as far as I'm concerned. I agree. Like, I would have him around, but if we could get a better centre-back, I'd say see you later on Victor Lindelof. That's a big problem area for us. We don't have a world-class centre-back, and we should have a world-class centre-back. This is Manchester United. I can't remember, the last time we didn't have a world-class centre-back. I mean, okay, it depends what you define as world-class. I mean, Steve Bruce and Gary Pallister, they were a world-class partnership, in all honesty. They might not have got into the England team or been proper world-class players, but actually, as a partnership, solid as a bloody rock. Rio, Vidic, Stam, we've had some great players over the years in that position, but not these guys. Not these guys. I mean, Maguire's a good player, but is he world-class? Is Harry Maguire world-class? Let me know, guys. Stick a 1 in the comments section if you think Harry Maguire is world-class. Stick any other number or any other emoji, i.e. a shit emoji, in the live chat if you think he's not world-class. Paul Lucas says, I can sum up this game. Bono had a worldie and we made defensive mistakes. Bono in goal. He did have a beautiful day for you too, didn't he? For Sevilla, I mean. It was a brilliant... good performance by him in goal. Martial was one-on-one a couple of times. He's made a great save from Rashford one-on-one. Greenwood, he stopped a good few times. I think our finishing cost us, though. All those opportunities that you speak of where Bono's made good saves, they're all at him. None of them were really in the corner. He's not had to really make a sprawling, diving save. I think the finishing tonight is what's really ultimately cost us. We were shit in front of goal, lads. Shit in front of goal. TK says Maguire is shit. R. Kings thinks Wani is a world-class player. There's a lot of numbers coming in here that are not 1, though. And I don't want to get on this whole Harry Maguire thing. I actually think he's been okay today. Like I said, I gave him a 6 in my player ratings. Victor Lindelof, on the other hand, he's shite. I think Slabby Maguire needs a better partner when it comes to that, for sure. Legends. Okay, by the way, lads and lasses, we've smashed 350 likes on the live stream tonight. Sensational stuff. Thank you. Thank you to everybody that's watched this watch along tonight. We've had fun. Unfortunately, it finished the way it did, which is not fun at all. I'm very disappointed that United have dumped out of this one. I can see the look of absolute disdain on Bruno Fernandes's face, the disappointment that he's feeling right now. He's absolutely gutted, this man, because he actually played really great tonight. I just think that we didn't take our chances. Yeah, Games on Ash says Maguire, LOL. Emric Doherty comments, our finishing cost us. I agree with you, Emric. Bad finishing tonight. Should have done a lot better. They did defend like lions, to be fair. They really did. They were very organised, very tough to get that final killer blow on, It's like we'd got everything into the final position many, many times, and then they would just swoop in out of nowhere like a bloody falcon and take the ball off your foot. Griffo Chaz says, take the armband off him. Hey, look, I always think Bruno Fernandes should be the leader in this side anyway. He's clearly the leader out there on the pitch anyway. Like, it would be kind of harsh to rip the captaincy off of Harry Maguire. But look, give him the vice-captaincy, give Bruno the captaincy. That makes sense all day long for me. Bruno's the driving engine in that team anyway. He's leading by example. He's pushing and pulling those teams, and he's pointing and telling everyone what to do anyway. So he should be the bloody captain. He's got the right attitude for this football club. I cannot criticise Bruno Fernandes at all tonight. There was a couple of loose passes, but other than that, he's done his job brilliantly. He's created a lot. Alan Cold says, hi, how are you doing, Alan Cold? Thank you for stopping by and getting in here, lad. Andres Rocco says the defence was atrocious. Primot comments, back on the 12th then, I guess. Oh, my days. We've got to wait until the 12th of September now for United to play. Bloody hell. So, yeah, this is going to be the last United watch-along for a little while, isn't it, folks? Which is kind of gash, but really appreciate you all watching and stopping by for what is and actually has turned out to be United's last game of the season. Oh, my days. The Trooper comments, Ollie, 3 more players in 4 years. Look, if we need to back Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I just want to leave you with this point now. We may have seen not the best from his managing and coaching side of things tonight in terms of in-game management, but the style was actually pretty good. Like, created the pace, the position. Yeah, we were poor defensively. I think we need better personnel. If you get better personnel in some of those key areas, his style, the way he likes to play, you can see what he's trying to do out there, and it was working. We just couldn't finish the ball off tonight. We couldn't finish it off. If we had done that, we'd have scored a lot of goals tonight, but we didn't. So yeah, Irie Ike comments Gashton Shrilliams. Gashton Shrilliams, I like what you did there, Irie Ike. Thank you very much for using my play on words there. I'd have probably called him Brandon frickin' Chilliam as well. You're right, it's a tough one to come up with a play on word pun for there, my friend. We've got a super chat from Paul Lucas who says, thanks for the season, Pig. Hey, Paul Lucas, thank you very, very much for your support, always getting in here, getting involved. It's so great to have you in here. Thank you very much for everybody that supported this show in any way you have this season, you know, watching the games along with me, tuning into the channel, commenting on the vids, liking the videos, you know, sharing the videos, all that good stuff that you people have been doing all throughout the season. So thank you to you all for doing that. And thank you, Paul Lupus, for that super chat. Razak says, I'll give Ollie one more season, but if they don't back him with money, he's a dead man walking. This is where we see the real fibre of the Glazers' fabric. This is where we see the fibre of their fabric. Are they going to back Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? We've got into the Champions League now. We've progressed. He's shown what he can do. He's shown a progression in the football club. Okay, we didn't win the trophies this season, but he's shown a progression out there on the pitch in my eyes, and developing players too, and signing the right type of players. So it's about what the Glazers do now. It's about backing him. It's about Ed Woodward getting his bloody finger out and doing something about improving this United side this window, because that's what we need. We don't want another situation like Jose when before he left and he was starting to say things in the media about it. I heard Solskjaer hint the other day that we need to sign players, we need to improve, we don't want to let players go until we can sign better players. You know, that's what I heard him say. And it's kind of like he's in a situation where he needs players, he needs backing, and it's all on the Glazers and Woodward and who's at the top of our football club to show the confidence in him and give him the money. And if I'm those guys, I'm giving him 200 million to spend tomorrow, and I'm getting the deals done. I'm getting Sancho in for 110 million. I'm getting, you know, Ndidi in for 70 million. I'm getting the players in that we need to get in right now. We can recoup players from recoup money from selling other players, and this club generates a massive amount of money. It shouldn't be an issue. Shouldn't be an issue to go out there and spend 200 million for United right now to fully back the manager and give him what he needs to do the job that we want him to do. If the Glazers want us to challenge them for the title in the next couple of seasons, they're going to have to bloody back him and improve the side, because we have got a good starting 11 now. It's not a great starting 11. Still don't think we've got a world-class centre-back in there. We've got depth issues perhaps at wing-back position. We've got midfield issues. I think we still are crying out for that top-quality central defensive midfielder. Certainly somebody to take over from Matic long-term. We need that right winger. We need a striker as well, potentially. We need some players at this football club, which is why the Glazers need to sort it out and back Ollie this window. I cannot believe it's got to this stage as well, though the window's been open for the amount of weeks that it has, and United still haven't got any deals done. Okay, this young Stefankovic guy, but look, I'm talking about a proper player to come in here right now and improve this United starting 11. Matty Rush has 357 likes. Thank you to everybody that's hit that button today. It really helps us out on the channel when you hit the thumbs up, so please do it if you haven't done so, but thanks to everyone who has. Eddie O2 says, at Tristan Newkirk, subscribe too, mate. Nice one. Yeah, nice one, Tristan. Please do subscribe to the channel. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon to be notified when we post. We do all United games. We do other big sport and big football matches sometimes as well, but we also react to every single United game. We preview every United game. We are a United fan channel. So if you're sick of some of the bullshit clickbait wank pile of stinking mess that's out there on YouTube in terms of bloody United fan channels, then come on over to Flying Pig United and click that subscribe button, because this is no bullshit over here, folks. We don't freaking drape, you know, give you the old bait and switch over here. No, we keep it real over here on Flying Pig United, folks. So make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you do get involved. Look, I'm a passionate United fan at the end of the day. I know there's a lot of passionate United fans that are in here too, even if you're not a United fan. We share that similar interest in terms of being football fans, so get involved. Get involved for the journey, folks, because we are fast approaching 25,000 subscribers on this channel, and you should be subscribed as well. So thank you to you all, though, for watching. Thank you, The Trooper. He says, Pig is United. Matt Rush says, agree, Berber, they only want Sancho this window. It does seem like we haven't even bothered to try and get anybody else. This Greedish business doesn't seem to be happening. You know, I'm not that bothered about that anyway, to be fair, even though he is really good. But I think maybe there's better options out there, like a Wilfred Ndidi, for instance. But we haven't been doing anything. We have not linked with any other players, apart from Jadon Sancho. Where's the deals, you know? City went and got Aki straight away. Where's the deals that we're supposed to be getting in? Piss poor. Steve Johnson says United need a Fabinho. Yeah, we do. We need something like that. That type of, Kante or Ndidi, Fabinho, somebody who's a good ball player but also good defensively. Sit in front of that sit in front of the back four, sit behind the midfield, and give them the time and the space they need, and just pull the strings from that position as well. We need somebody like that. Rattler Gamer says director of football will get one. Will we get one? In terms of a director of football, I just don't think we will. I think Ed Woodward loves the role too much. He's too much of a melter when it comes to stepping back away from this role. Like he should have done it by now, you'd think. Because there's probably other people who are better suited to doing it. A director of football is exactly what we need. We don't need this, a director who's really a financial man, who's really an ex-banker, who may be great at getting these commercial financial deals into the football club, which I don't doubt that he is. I think he does what the Glazers want him to do brilliantly, which is make money for this football club, which is use this football club as an asset to generate money. He does a great job for the Glazers in doing that. But does he do a fantastic job of getting players through the door, of truly investing in this United side to improve us out on the pitch? I think that's a big fat no, lads and lasses. I think you have to go to his house and set fireworks off in his back garden to get this twat to do anything, to be perfectly honest with you. Because that's the only reason we bloody signed Bruno, is because his house was getting vandalised. You know what I mean? Shout out Conservative Media. Ryan Burberspin 9 as well. Razak Buster Cherry says asking Wenger would make a good director of football at United. It could never happen, Buster. He would make a good director of football, but never at United. Edwin van der Sar's doing a good job. Why not Edwin van der Sar? If United wanted to get a director of football, we could take our pick. It's a massive club. It's a massive role. It's a massive job, that one. Look, Edwin might say he's happy at Ajax. No. If the presented itself, it was as serious, everyone would be stepping over their own grandmas to get that job. Nice Context reckons it was a useless ref. I agree with you, Nice Context. It was gash. Brad's FIFA says, I'm back. Get in Sevilla. Oh, no. Rafa's Red says, Piggy, what happened, for fuck's sake? We just didn't take our chances and we didn't make enough changes earlier on enough. It was gash. Matt Rush says, sign 1 and sell 4 minimum. No chance. Grr. We need to sell some players. We need to bring some in. Ridiculous that we haven't done that yet already. I'm surprised we haven't tried to get any players out the door, let alone getting them in. Okay, Sanchez has gone. That's a massive plus, actually. That's a brilliant player to get off of our books. But I was expecting a couple more, a little bit more change by now in this one. The Trooper says 3 new players. Definitely could do with 3 new players. Batman Nightfan says, get Eric Cantona as TOF. Man, that would be hilarious, wouldn't it? Stephen Zevon with a super chat. Thank you, Stephen Zevon. He comments, picture Messi signing for United. He walks into Carrington and Lincoln goes, meow, beans, beans, beans. Messi would shoot himself in the head. Fair play, Stephen Zevon. Thanks for your comment there, man. Meow. I hear you on that one, Stephen Zevon, man. Jesse Lingard, oh my days. Get him out of the football game. He wasn't even on the pitch tonight. He would have probably done a better job than Rashford if he was on the pitch tonight as well. I'll say that. Ridiculous to say. People were saying it through the live chat. I was dismissing it, but it's true. That's how bad Rashi was tonight. Anyway, okay then, lads and lasses. I think I'm going to wrap this video up now. I'm stressed out. I'm just going to go and relax and chill a little bit now. But thank you to every single person that's got in here tonight and made this watch along what it is. Thank you to everybody that's subscribed to this channel. Click that subscribe button. Click that bell icon. Let me know that if you enjoyed this video afterwards by hitting that like button and coming back once this is finished and getting in the not live comments and having your say about anything that's happened in the game tonight and the result and what this means and your thoughts on it. I want to hear from all you football fans out there, all you United fans as well. What do you think about Solskjaer's management of this game tonight? What do you think about the future of this Manchester United side? Let me know in the comments section below. Right then, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been a good stream in terms of getting a lot of new peeps in here. So shout out to all the new peeps that are on board. Shout out to everybody that's watched this. SG Legend, an old school subscriber who's been a subscriber for a long time. Shout out to you, my friend. He says, disappointing. That sums it up, really. Disappointing from United. Shout out Antoine Okango, Scujo1, Stephen Zevon, Ellie, Ryan Burberspin 9, R Kings, Matty the Rushmeister, Griffo Chaz. He says, thanks for making the season great, pal. I'll send an end of season PayPal over next video. Thanks, Big Top Guy. Oh, Griffo, you don't have to go and do that, my friend. But thank you so much for all you've done this season as well. Check out the website, flyingpigunited.com. Griffo Chaz has been doing some great articles on there, as have I, and a bunch of other people, Matty the Rushmeister, and everybody, thanks for doing that. You can send articles over to mrflyingpighd@gmail.com. But thank you for watching, This is, it's not just a YouTube channel, this. We're trying to cover United properly, We're trying to, the website, you can read articles about United. There's no BS bullshit, guys, We're not posting posting 18 videos about Jadon Sancho every day or any bullshit like that. We'll talk about the United news as and when it happens with no BS. That's our modus operandi, as you like. You know, if you want shite, then go elsewhere, to be fair. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. United are out of the Europa League. No trophy this season. The season is finished in a little bit of disappointment. But to be fair, we'd have all snapped your hand off for third in the Premier League at the start of the year, I think, and 3 semi-finals. That's not terrible. We've got through the latter stages of 3 different competitions this season. We've fallen at the second to last hurdle, which is a big shame, but at least we did get that far, and at least we did get third. Solskjaer's doing bits. He needs backing. He needs investment. He needs players. Get them in there, lads. That's where I'm with it at the moment. Awiki Jeffrey, shout out to you. Eddie O2, what a lad. Devil of a Red. Paul Gray, Ryan Burbersman, Matt Rush, JP, Ellie, Razak, Steven Zevon, everybody. Look, thank you very much for watching the stream. I'm going to wrap it up there then. Hit a like on this video. OSR Danny as well. The Trooper. JP, Screenshot Mania, Paul Lucas. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. That's it from me tonight then. Time to go and put my head in an ice cold bath and go bobbing for freaking metaphorical apples or something just to try and take my mind off of this shit. Absolute Gashford. Right, that's it, guys. That's it. Thanks for watching. This is the big Take It Easy. And I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Oh, my God. Right, well, you know, it's just one of those days, one of those things, lads and lasses, not to be. Didn't take our chances, so just put it behind us now. But come back in a few minutes and have your say. I want to hear your thoughts, but let's put it behind us now, okay? I don't want to hear really any Ollie out business, to be fair, because I just don't understand that. Don't understand that whole Ollie out business, but look. Anyway, this is the post-match credits, actually. I've finished my video now, but this is the post-match credits to say thanks to everyone that's watched this video. Thanks to everyone that's a Patreon subscriber who supports this channel on Patreon, like Hayden Alessandro, who's the latest patron, and he needs to be added to this list. Shout out to you, Hayden, and all these legends that are appearing on your screen right now. They all support this channel either on Patreon or by being a Tier 2 channel member. So shout out to each and every single one of you. And shout out to Steve Johnson, Devil of a Red, Ellie, Screenshot Mania, Razak, everybody for tuning in at the end of this stream. That's going to be it from me. It's the end from Ollie and Manchester United this season. We will see you in September, folks. So obviously, there's going to be more United news coming on the channel, so keep a lookout. But in terms of watching United again, it's going to be a little while, isn't it? Unfortunately. Stay classy, everyone. This is the pig. Take it easy. I'll see you later.